We are broadcasting live from Independence, Kansas, on the campus of Independence High School, inside the gym here, decorated in some orange and red and gold, as we are 13 minutes and 30 seconds away from the sub-state championship game of 4A girls basketball. Good evening, Grizzly Nation, and thank you for tuning in for back-to-back nights. As usually that isn't the case, but it is this weekend. Last night, our boys ended their season at Bishop Miege, but tonight our girls look to continue theirs. Jack Leak, Isabel Redford with you on the call. Lucas Hayward on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. As Isabel, this is a highly looked at game, as this will be the fourth time our Lady Grizzlies have taken on these Lady Bulldogs of Independence. 0-3 against this team. They've handled us fairly, I don't want to say easily, but that might be the right term to use. They've put it on us. I think it's been a double-digit loss every time we've played Independence. But again, that's kind of a recipe for a fourth-time success.
Yeah, it definitely is one of those things where you try so hard, and Labette County and several of the games kept with them pretty much most of the way, and there was just a few different moments or situations where they caused them to fall short just a little bit and resulted in those double-digit losses, as they're just unfortunate. But the good thing is, you know, it's hard to beat, for Independence, it's hard to beat a team 4 times. But for Labette County, they're definitely going to be looking for that revenge, as they played so well against Baldwin on Tuesday, and it would just mean the world to them to be able to go to the state tournament next week in Salina. So it would definitely be a matchup here tonight.
As let's go ahead and take a quick glance back at those first 3 games. Again, one of them came in the Burlington tournament, 2 in the regular season, 1 at home in Altamont, 1 here in Indy, and 1 at Burlington. The first matchup was at Altamont on Tuesday, December 13th, and Independence won 38-22. It's not like Independence has scored loads of points on Labette County, but we've struggled to put up any points that would contend with their 30-some points. The second contest came at Burlington on Tuesday, January 17th, and Independence won that 44-30. And then the last game was a month ago yesterday, February 3rd, a Friday night here in Independence. Labette County fell again for the 3rd time this season to Independence, the Lady Bulldogs, 54-36. So Labette County more and more found success throughout the season against this team on the offensive end, but on the defensive end gave up 54 points on the last go-around. And Isabel, that game at the end of the first quarter, I'm going to have to take a scroll back, but I remember that game looking up at the scoreboard, and it was something like 17-4 or 18-2. It was something real ugly and massive early for Labette, and that's going to be crucial here this evening.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be, you know, one of those things. If they're going to have to break that scoring barrier, they're going to have to put up more points than they did in the first quarter of that last game, as I know that kind of left a bad taste in their mouth, as they're going to want to look to stay much more in stride with Independence, you know, keeping them shot for shot. Definitely, they've done a lot better defensively. What I saw in Baldwin on Tuesday was definitely a really good sign, and showed a lot of signs of improvement and such. And so I just hope that that defense will definitely continue to play a role, as they've gotten so much better in that area as the season's gone on. But I would love to see Landry or Caton, pickpocket up top, give Veely and Richenberger and some of our guards just a little bit more frustration, kind of make them, you know, have to hesitate a little bit more, maybe not make the best pass selections or shot selections, because if they can do that, they can definitely run the floor on the other end, as they're going to just need every help they can get in order to take this Lady Bulldogs offense down.
As you know, the first 3 times we played Independence, you go into it not really expecting to win, just wondering how bad the loss will be. But tonight, as I have thought about this game throughout the last couple days, I can't decide who, if I had to pick who was going to win and like had money on it or something, I just had to pick. I don't know who I would pick. And the reason why that is so the 4th time around rather than the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd time is because of recent history. Labette County lost at home to Coffeyville on senior night. Ugly loss. But then you go to Baldwin and perform the way you did and beat the Baldwin Bulldogs by 8 on their home floor and put up nearly 50 points and hold them under 40. And Independence has lost 2 of their last 3. They finished 0-2 on the regular season. and they barely snuck by Eudora here on this floor, pulled away in the fourth quarter to barely beat Eudora to be in this game tonight. So it very well could have been Labette County hosting Eudora tonight, but the reason why, my point, is why it feels so hard to pick who you think has the advantage tonight is just because of how well Labette played against Baldwin. It really is as simple as that.
Yeah, it definitely is. If they had, if they had maybe squeaked by Baldwin or hadn't done it so in a fashion that they had done it, I maybe would be more concerned of our chances tonight. But they just looked like they were just bringing it all together. They played a solid game of basketball the whole way through. And so it definitely makes me have confidence that coming in here tonight, they're going to be looking for just kind of that fresh fire, just have that motivation to just continue to push the ball and just play really hard. So I'm excited for tonight.
As after this first 1 minute timeout, or first I would like to recognize before we take our break is that this activity is being brought to you by this station, its advertisers, and the member schools of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written consent of